Hello everyone and welcome back to 1404. And now in the last episode we finally finished that long promised harbor area that is now doing a good job at processing all those ships that are coming in and out. One thing though, that the harbor area is going to have another lasting effect on us, and that is financially. Now each one of these buildings that we build of course does cost me maintenance. And we do have the piers, we do have the repair crane with the 20 maintenance cost, we do have a large storehouse with its 30 maintenance cost each. We do have a couple of them here. We got the historic warehouse with 200 on the maintenance cost, and we got another trade center with 40. So all of that is adding up, of course, and that leads to us having a smaller balance, right? So at the moment, my building cost maintenance is whopping 16,800. I think up from 14,000 or something like that. So we really spend a lot of coin here on the harbor area, and also maintaining that is expensive. That means, well, we're forced to expand on my city. First of all, we do have this area up there, and I would like to focus now a bit on more city development, which we can do. Let's get rid of those charcoal burners there. I don't need them anymore. Coal is looking fantastic and it's only increasing at the moment, so I'm golden with that. We're going ahead with more buildings than in this area, so I would like to expand a bit more up to the mountains, right? Also, let's have a double road then here. That's fine. And also into this area there. I'm going to have another marketplace somewhere out here, because the range of these marketplaces is not really that big and we do need a lot of them usually. So there we have another one, another 10,000 from the Grand Vizier. This is actually where the majority of my money is coming in right now, right? Selling surplus. Even though, wait a second, are we really selling that much surplus right now? Because we have upped our storage significantly, more than doubled it. And as we can see, yep, all of my goods are not even at half of what they of their maximum storage. So how are we selling? Because basically the game still uses the old storage rules. Let's get rid of that. Let's not make any money from trading for the time being. I want to ramp up my storage first, and then we come back to this later. We are sitting on a comfortable 127,000 right now. And we don't need a big chunk of money in the foreseeable future. So I'm golden with that. Let's have two more buildings going into this area. Then we are in the mountain area, so we should be careful here. By the way, now that I think about it, a castle would have been perfect here in the mountain area. Right, there's a nice archway here, by the way. Looking nice and all. In the mountain area. That's the hiking area, right? So people can go up there for a hike if they want to. I mean, in the medieval times, was hiking that common? I don't think so. Pilgrimage was more the go-to method of entertainment. There you go. And also this one here. There we can still squeeze in two more houses. Perfect. So we can finish that block. And then we probably go ahead with... yeah, well, why not, right? Let's have my famous 9-house block right here then as well. 8-house block. And then more that, and I think that's it. Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's have a bridge there. Yep. Let's have the bridge.
People are longing for company.
And then over there once more. That's just cute looking, I guess.
Dear God.
Oh, and Benedicta, she's really going crazy right now with her epiphanies. I don't mind, because we get honor out of that. And then there is like, you know, two scattered houses up there as well, really marking the end of my city in this area. And perhaps then here as well. Right, so that whole area is now fully plastered with buildings. I can of course continue, so we still have this area there as well, where I wanted to get another marketplace going. That might be then just here. We do get rid of this charcoal burner there once more, and also of the warehouse that I really don't need. And these roads then. And then I'm just going to have another marketplace really here. Right, so we have the castle area for that side. There's the double road that is kind of like separating that. And then we have normal houses here. So that would be that. All of with their own entrances then going into this way. Boom, there we have another district. What I still want to do is get rid of these, let's get rid of those ciders there. Not all of them though. Can still keep a couple of them for Actually, you're right, for ornaments as well, right? Because cider plantations were very common. And also looks just nice overall having something like that close to the city itself. Some of those trees we can actually also keep alive there. There you go. So we make the connection, and then we actually have this area as well available from the old marketplace that I already had. This one perhaps.
Production has been disrupted.
That's a lot of expansion here once more. And yeah, let's actually just keep the trees there between them, right? That's just fitting. We still have these
Corsairs are attacking your
cider
ship.
plants and stuff like that. Oh, in Bolham, right? I do have lots of building materials in Bolham now. Let's get my ship back home there, because I want to reinforce my wine production then as well. And there is another thing that we need to consider there, and that is my grand city structure, right? So as we can see, we do have the main roads here going over into this area, and the main roads also going away from the main avenue. And these main roads are now finally serving a purpose, because we're finally also going to finish that. Going then right here to smaller additional harbor areas, right? So we want to have a couple of these harbor areas that are going to serve the purpose of providing enough food, for example, also some protection perhaps, another shipyard so we can speed up ship construction and stuff. Let's get rid of this Ohm's house there. I will need to build, yeah, I don't think we need to build this one actually right now, another one, because we have enough.
Attacking your ship.
So let's just make this one proper. There's then the main building, right? And then this one goes into another harbor area, right? So we do have, for example, this one available there. That would provide harbor space for us. And I think it's a safe bet to do. There you go. This one, and then going into this building here. Right, so this whole road is now serving a true purpose there, as you might say. There you go. And with that, we have another harbor area where I can now have a medium shipyard. Definitely want that, as only large ships is not going to do the job for us. And we're just going to have another one then of these bad boys somewhere here. There you go. Having its own connection with the main road there once more. Right. We can also go ahead and having some
Corsairs
smaller...
are attacking your ship.
Yes, I know. I know, these attacks. They usually never stop. And then I'm going to have with... Can we do this? Yes, this is fine. And then we have the pier.
A thunderstorm is brewing on an island.
Going out here, right? So something like that I have in mind. And for the other side, though, we're going to have the big fishermen.
Go you forth, good people.
I guess two of them we can easily squeeze in just nicely.
Benedicta,
Benedicta, are you smoking? You sound a bit coarse. Or at least your voice is sounding coarse. There you go. Righto, so there is another smaller harbor area popping up now, right, from this main road that is connecting then. And with that we have the ability once more to build medium ships, because that is really something we need, right? And then we have this main road, as we can see, continues to that side here. So if I delete those buildings, let's do this. I can have the next main road going then all the way to that tower for now. There you go. Costing me quite a lot of bricks. And boom, we have another potential harbor area unlocked with that we can safely use for our city, which I would like to use. So these are the main roads going through the city. So that's why I usually like to have double, triple or quadruple layered roads, because it just makes city building also easier, structuring the whole city, and it's just looking nice as well. And then we have this one there as well. The city is growing into that area. Perfect. Now, while we focused on the city structure in general, there is now some time passed, right? And we can finally see what products are going up good and what products are going down. Cider, for example, is not looking that stable right now. The rest of them are at 400 tons almost, but cider is still stagnating there. The other products for the citizens are looking fine, at least to my knowledge here, right? So that would be the meat, the potato liquor, and the linen garments. That's looking okay. Oh, and we have also finished the first phase of the monument. For the...
I have the plans here for the next
oh yeah, we can
phase
start
of
with the next one right away. Let's do this.
Excellent.
For the patricians, as we can see, beer is looking stagnant, right? It's only at 200 tons there. The rest is looking fine though. The rest is going up. That's good. The aristocrats or the noblemen, we do have wine, which is really going down. So wine is something we need to reinforce. The same goes with fur coats. That's not looking good. And the pottery is looking fantastic as it's almost full then at some point here, over 500 tons. That's okay, but I will definitely need to increase my wine production. And I definitely need to increase my... What was it there now? my fur coats production, that was it. Let's go ahead with a bit more stone that we still need for my wine. And that I would like to get all the way here to Bolham, where we are actually capped with all of my resources almost. There you go. So that's fine. And cannons is looking okayish, I guess, and wine is really the most troublesome here. Also candlesticks not that stable, but fine for now. And here. This one is now working. Very nice. So stone and tools is being used now for this step. It's actually the last step already, as we can see, right? So we finished 2 phases, and the 3rd phase is now in construction, though it will need 300 tons of stone before we can finish that big building there. It's just lovely, really, how you can see the construction site and people are doing their business there. Now, also, every patrician and every nobleman should have fully developed in his home so we can raise the taxes again. We're at 1.3 right now. With that, we're at 2,000, and with that, we're at 2.6. Is it still low for the citizens? No, it's not, right? So 2.6 is probably the maximum that I can squeeze out of my people for now. With all the peasants that we build in addition, I should closely watch my peasant goods then as well. Cider was one of the things that is going down already, right? So in Frozham, I could continue then, or I will continue building more cider plantations. That is something we definitely should do, as it's just easy, and it would be a shame if my economy tanks because of cider, right? That just doesn't make sense a lot. I'm just going to border them as close as possible to the other side of plantations.
Production has been disrupted.
Over here, and then just safely around my warehouse. We do need a bit of more wood though, if I want to further boost that. Let's just see how that is working here now. This one and this one. Then we just add those trees here to those sides there again, as we expand the cider production in general. The same goes with the wine in Bolham. There's the building materials coming in, right? And I can just happily continue then. Wine is pretty complex, right? So barrels is actually full. That is pretty great. The grapes are not. So grapes I would need more. Base-wise is of course was a bit tricky. So let's have one more here. And then another warehouse here. So I can use my vineyards accordingly. So that would be another one that we can use here in this area. And right next to this one. That should work out, even though it's tight. This one is tight. Yep, there's still the road here that we need, right? And it needs 5 fields. Oh. That was tight, but it's working. We still need to upgrade that warehouse there as well. And then we're going ahead. There I'm going a bit into the charcoal burner area now, right? So I don't want to waste that much time, space, but we don't need that much coal in Bolham anyway. So I can safely build at least 2 vineyards there for this area. And then we have that area here also available with that warehouse there already. And then another 2 here. Oh, there's the stone out. Lucky us, we got enough stone in store on my ship. I can continue with that. Here. Very good. Also down here and up here now we have lots of additional vineyards.
Is under fire.
Oh, Ashgabat. There's just a ship clipping through it again, so no real biggie here. And then the only thing that we probably will need to reinforce is the barrels then, right? But we do have lots of iron and lots of coal here, so increasing that production should be a minor problem. I do need another smelter for that we can safely squeeze into this area then. Yeah, let's make it here. And then another barrel cooperage it was, right? This one there. There you go. Or a bit more of it. Perfect. And upgrading the market, the warehouse there to the highest tier is, or the 3rd highest tier, is also a safe bet. Let's build another warehouse then in this area, so that I can really use the wine presses here to the maximum. Let's just build as many really as I
Your people
can.
are longing for
That was
company.
one. I do need more stone, so I would really like to build 3 more. Alright, so in total 4 more wine presses then to work my nobleman. Finally, all the stone is in, so let's build a few more wine presses. 2 here and another 2 here. If it's too much, then who cares about that, really. We do, of course, have still room to improve here. Also for the barrel crew bridges and stuff like that. That should be enough now, though, for now. We still have resources left if we need to readjust something. Now, we want to continue, though, right away with some of my production. So as I've seen, the fur coat, or not the fur coats, was it the fur? Yeah, the fur coats actually, is also not looking that stable, right? Fur coats, there it is, right? It is emptying at the moment. We still have 224 tons, so it's not that quickly down, well, declining, but it's still declining after all. By now, we do need more ships, so having another medium trade ship is going to do the job here. Let's push this one out. Definitely something I'm going to need. And then the other ship is already on its way, so we can do this where? In Mount Fort, because in Mount Fort we have 3 bear caves, and we have brine deposits, we have a bit of space available, and we have the river slots, right? And the fur coats really don't need a lot of space. That's the important thing here, the important message. Also coal deposit, so how perfect is that? We could use all of that for the salt production. On top of that, Mount Fort is going to serve another purpose now beside the bread, right? Because the bread is really the powerhouse already. And by the way, bread is looking fantastic there, right? So there's no flour left over, there's no wheat left over, so the production is just working. Most bakeries here at 100%. Some of them are actually a bit lower, so I might need to adjust a few more grain farms in addition. So we got all the building materials for Mount Fort. I would like to start ahead right away with a coal mine that we can build up here. So this is going to provide the coal for my salt. I think we should be golden with 2 salt productions, right? So one here with the salt works right next to it in the mountains, and then a second one somewhere, there it is, right away with its appropriate salt works. There you go. And then I just need the bear caves, so we got 3 of them available. One would be right here. And the bear caves, they don't cost that much, right? Trapper lodges, no, mostly wood, but that's it. So they're really cheap. Ha, there it is again. And then we have the next one right here. And the third one should be somewhere over there. Can we still reach this somehow? We can, and we should. There you go. And getting this one all the way to that warehouse. Perfect. So we get 3. That means I most likely will be able to support 3 furrier workshops. The first one would be then right next to the warehouse already. Let's upgrade this one just to make sure. The next one, 2 here, right? That's possible with their own warehouse then as well. And that should already be enough again. And hopefully we can push the storage up there a bit for that. We still have some building materials left over, so just in case I can reinforce the salt production if necessary. But that's really it. And my ship, Arctic, yeah, you're going to be on this latest trade route. That is going to be the fur coats, and only fur coats, right? From Mount Fort all the way down here to Sleepy Hollow. Further adding another ship that is visiting our harbor area down there. And I think, yeah, let's just play it safe. Let's go with 3 slots. It will be enough that we can get this one up there as well. Very nice. And Arctic, you're going to be on this trade route. Off you go. For the wine, we should already see some increase then in wine production, right? And as we can see, barrels is going down there steeply at the moment. So we definitely need more of them. Let's have another bridge somewhere that we can squeeze it in. There we can safely squeeze one in. That will lead to more wood and more iron consumption, right? So the iron that we have there, but we have enough coal and ore, so I can have another smelter if I want to. And of course I want to. What a question. There you go. Squeezing it in once more. That's a busy area, so hopefully we counted that a bit to sustain all that additional demand for barrels. Also, at least for the peasants, I would like to lower the taxes now to the lowest level. Look at that, we're only at 400 on the balance now. It's really crazy how expensive everything is. We have a bit more storage now for some things that we can then sell. And yes, for example, books and leather jerkins is looking really good now. I'm surprised at that. A pottery, that must be well valuable there as well, right? So let's go ahead with the pottery. Let's go ahead with the books. But right, I'm going to keep it really high up there, the minimum storage. So just in case we are selling too much, I still have a lot of buffer available there, right? We can go ahead with the schnapps. And perhaps, do we have weapons or something like that? I don't think so. No weapons, we barely produce. The leather shurikens I can definitely go with once we are a bit higher on that as well. Cannons, nope, not really doing the trick here. Mosaic, we do need that, unfortunately. I mean, I can still sell a bit of it. Right, so there's the first products coming up again for sale. That should fill our pockets nicely, because with taxes, yeah, we're not really doing it right. And finally, let's reap the rewards of our work. We can upgrade again quite a lot of peasants. So in that case, it would be everything that is, you know, going forward from the, or going away from the Imperial Cathedral and the palace. So this is kind of like the real center of my city. Everything that goes away from that, right? Here, I'm going to delete those buildings again, though, because I have something else planned for that one, for that area. I'm not going to say too much yet. We're just going to keep this available. And then I have more upgrades to do on that side. So that's more citizens. I will need to lower the taxes for them so they can grow within their homes again. We might also upgrade more citizens to patricians, and then from patricians once again to noblemen and stuff like that. And thus the endless circle of upgrading and reinforcing productions continues. As the city is growing, though, we will also soon focus on the center of my city there. First, let's wait on the warehouse. Shouldn't be taking that long anymore, right? We're halfway through the last stage, and then we continue onwards here. Stay tuned.